Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here with you, and I'm still here Friday night. It's going on about 9:30, but I had to get digging down into some new, um, potential cheap runners that I absolutely crushed this week. Absolutely crushed. I really went over a couple weeks ago. I sat down at my computer and I went through a bunch of charts, and what I was looking for was a combination of a couple things. Stocks that, they had a product. They had, most of them would be biotech, but some of them didn't have to be. I got an oil stock, which we're going to talk, well, actually an energy stock that we're going to talk about just in a second. But, the criteria is that it hasn't gotten a pop. And in this environment, like I said, this new environment with all these momentum traders and all these analytics go out where the volume comes in and it attracts traders like Piranha. And most of these moves are artificially pumped up, and you got to be in and you got to be out. So I'm very against chasing these things because it's a sucker's game. You could win some, you could lose some, but I like finding these before they go, and being in it and then selling into the strength. So, and these are all going to go. I mean, eventually they get the pops, but you got to find the right ones. It takes a lot of time, and that's what I'm putting in, a lot of time. So I have a list here. Like I said, I was going to go work on a new list of new stocks, but while I was sitting here, we had news in JE, which is a stock that was on the last, and I had 600 shares of this. And I bought it with all the other cheap stocks that went on the watch list a couple weeks ago. Look what happened today, after the close. You know where I sold it? 133. Right before 8 o'clock, it popped up. I said, you know what? Typically I would hold on to this into Monday and look for a gap up. But look at this. This was a double. This was 100% gain on the money, more than that. And I just took it off. And I feel so good about it. Because that's exactly what you have to be. And sometimes you have to be here for it. I just happened to be here. I sent the alert out. Hopefully everyone was able to, if you were holding it, were able to get out also. But those alerts go out for a reason, to kind of let you know that the market is moving or I'm doing something after hours. So I'm always trying to send that out. So, mark that off the list. And among that, the other ones that are all popping, I mean, the IPI, I'm loving that going into next week. Looking for $1 on that. It's just starting to get moving. Love that. We were already in the Westel, WSTL, which got a big pop. We took profits on that. And again, these were flatline stocks. I don't even like to see the pop like this, but in this case, I got into it right here in the beginning of July, and there you can see we got out on the pop. So like I said, I have a new bunch of stocks, and I'm doing the research with you. Instead of doing all the research, writing it down, coming back, redoing the video, I'm going to take each one and then pause it and show you. That way I'm just kind of getting things done. I'll be here all night. So, I have a lot of stocks down here, and each one I'm going through to see what the product is. Like this MNLO here. Menlo Biotech Therapeutics. Kind of fits the category. We haven't gotten any big pops on it. It's down here. It's hanging out. So I'll go to the website. I'm reading up on all their trials and what kind of company it is. I'm just getting a kind of feel for it. Is it something and it's an acne kind of a medicine, which is kind of interesting. They have their pipeline. They have a trial or they already have some products that were approved, FDA approved. They have 2 products, and then they're working on it. But there's not really a catalyst here. But with that said, I do like this because of the nice pullback, and of course we got the this drop down, which I didn't really look back at, but we're kind of holding the double bottom, starting to reverse back up, and they look pretty good. You had this nice bounce, and lots of times I'll look for that bounce and then a retracement, about 50% move into that. So it was kind of a 100% move off the April lows to this point, and now we're probably back down about 50% of that. And we're maybe starting to turn back up. It's $1.80. I like it. I'm going to get in it. I'll probably get in maybe 1,000 shares just to, maybe get whatever out of it, 20, 30, 40 cents out of it. That would be fantastic. So that one's the top, well, not top of the list, but the first one I'm bringing to you. Here's NAVB here. Nvidia Biopharmaceuticals. Gapped up and it continued to run. It's $4.15. It's starting to pop off the 20-period moving average. I was looking back at it. It once came from an area up here. It had something going for it in 2015, 2016, but then from then, it was just a disaster. But now it's gotten a second life, and it seems like it's starting to climb back up. I have to look into a little bit more. I'll do that right now. Well, the only thing I don't like about it is probably the price. It has a few stocks that have been approved, the FDA, and they have a couple that are in phase 3 or approaching phase 3 or entering phase 3 and in phase 2 and some other things that doesn't look that bad. They recently sold, there's something here on their front page here, if I could get back to that. Disease, all right, there. Sale of Lymphoseek to Cardinal Health, and then announces full enrollment of their ongoing phase 2b trial, rheumatoid arthritis. They had a fireside chat. I'm sure there's some more information on that. And again, some stock information. The range here, 49 cents to 4.45, and it's up against 4.15. So something about it I like, the consolidation. I want to look into it. I have it on the list. I'm not getting rid of it. I don't see myself getting into it. I like to get those flatliners. I don't want to have to deal with a stock that drops back down to $2, which it doesn't look like it's going to do. But let's continue to look. Now, I think we went over Sigma Labs in one of the last videos. It came up on my list as a flatliner. And it sure does look like it's interesting down here, $2.66. I want to just kind of update myself on what I looked at it and why I didn't get in it. All right, I remember this. This was a 3D play. It was a quality assurance technology for 3D printing, and it finds errors in the 3D, projects. It has a scanner. Let me see if it shows.
3D metal printing is changing the future.
Is it?
Top industries like aerospace, defense, biomedical, and transportation are taking advantage of 3D printing to manufacture precision metal parts. These industries demand perfect structural integrity. Due to variances in the additive manufacturing process, parts of consistent quality can't be produced in either small or large quantities. Parts are inspected after production, so the manufacturer doesn't know until the very end which of the finished parts meet design specifications. This means lost time, lost materials, and lost profits. Sigma Labs solves this problem. Our proprietary in-process quality control technology informs operators and engineers where to improve quality by capturing meaningful data about inconsistencies in real time. And we're about to introduce revolutionary closed-loop control that will make in-process corrections automatically by reducing machine process variation. Sigma's newest technology will make lightning-fast, real-time adjustments so that each finished part is more uniform. Immediate in-process precision adjustments improve production and profits. Parts stay in spec continuously, increasing yield, decreasing downtime, decreasing weight.
All right, well, that's what they do. And again, looking at the chart again, which is kind of interesting, it's this flatlining chart. It really hasn't had any good upside here. I mean, at one point it was trading at $20. I kind of like it. I kind of like that we are almost in a coil here, too. We have a series of lower highs. Yeah, I kind of like this. I probably will take a little of this. SGLB. I don't, again, what would cause a lot of, in this environment, there's not a big, if there was cases out there, like when Boeing had issues, they should have, maybe this one could have been maybe it was. Maybe this is back in November when Boeing had the issues and stuff, and this kind of got a lot of interesting coverage here. It doubled basically, so. Something out there might trigger this. I like it. I'm going to probably get some shares on this. Let's go to the next one. All right, this was AYTU, Atu Biosciences. And again, it popped up here in March, consolidated, slow, long consolidation here for about 6 months. So it should be ready to go. We're starting to turn back up. Let's dig down a little bit deeper on this. All right, this is very interesting. They are on their front page here. It goes right into talking about ultraviolet light. And I just heard a special on this, and I think I mentioned on the show. And I was looking for companies that dealt with ultraviolet light. They're saying the ultraviolet light kills coronavirus, cells and the whatever, it's the disease, floating particles of the coronavirus and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm just reading something. So I come across this again just because I'm looking at some of these charts and seeing this consolidation. Now this was back here. I mean, this looks pretty good. I like this a lot. I want to look a little bit deeper on this. All right, as you can see back here, when it popped, it looks like they were in agreement with Sterling Medical Device to advance the development of headlight as a potential coronavirus treatment. And headlight's their name of their product. I don't think it's a car headlight by any means. And again, you can see that nothing's to come of that. But that's $1.38 company profile, latest news. So take a look at some other news items here. And they have a rapid test here also, COVID rapid test. Some interesting things on this. To make a decision, I'm going to circle it and keep it close. Well, I thought maybe the university security might have been something, but it is something. They make fire alarms and smoke detectors and stuff like that. So, patented universal smoke sensing technology. I probably have a few of these at the house. Future of home and fire safety. I mean, carbon monoxide and natural gas alarm. I got that. I don't know if it's this company. I know there's First Alert. Set it, forget it. 10-year lithium battery. Track record. And take a look at the chart again here. It's slowly moving up. It's $1.29. It's off the lows here back in April, Corona lows. It was down to 37 cents. Now it's $1.29. As you can see, it's been slowly moving down. I don't know. I mean, it feels like its pop's already there. I'm going to pass on this right now. Pass. Here we have MYO, Myoma Incorporation, medical devices. It has the flat line that I like, going out here. It didn't really get hurt too much during the corona. Well, actually, forget about it. It did. It popped in February. What happened here? Split 1 for 30 reverse split probably. There we got. Yeah, and it popped, and then boy, that thing came. I don't know. I have to look into this. Interesting. I mean, it's been flatlined here at $3.78. Let's take a look at what kind of medical device it is. All right, this doesn't look like. I mean, it's all good, but I don't know if it falls into something that might catch a lot of upside here. Looks like they are a arm paralyzed by stroke, injury, or disease, regaining upper mobility may be possible. So it's like a bionic arm. Cool. Bionic arms. Very cool. All right. It's down here. I don't know. I'm going to pass on this. I'm going to pass on that. Here we have Aikido Pharmaceuticals. Aikido, which is a great martial art. Steven Seagal, the expert Aikido artist. Back here in March, it popped. Pretty good pop all the way to $5. Since then, try to get a little pop there. These are the times you want to be in, like here, and you want to be out here. You're not sticking around because it's most likely the next day it's going to be down. So we're starting to see a little volume starting to come into it. I wrote it down because I want to do a little bit more investigation on it. Let's take a look at it closer. All right, here we go. Exclusive worldwide license blood spectrum antiviral drug platform, including coronavirus. Here we are. Another possible coronavirus play. Is it under the radar? You know, most of these stocks won't. They also have a pancreatic cancer drug, leukemia drug portfolio. Let's take a look at their pipeline. Do they have a portfolio? They have a pipeline here. Advisory, published papers, investors, about us. Let's go to about us and see what it is. Biotech company developed with a diverse portfolio in early-stage small molecule anti-cancer therapeutics. Platform containing patented technologies from leading universities and researchers will seek to develop our own innovative drugs through strong partnerships with world-renowned institutions such as University of Texas and Wake Forest University. Our diverse pipeline includes therapies for pancreatic cancer, acute leukemia, pancreatic has shown positive. Our pancreatic treatment has shown positive preclinical results for inhibiting pancreatic tumor growth in clinically relevant transgenic mouse models. The drug has also demonstrated the potential to overcome tumor cell resistance to current chemotherapeutic drugs. Alright, Rockefeller Plaza, 11th floor. It's a big nut to carry there, that rent at that place. See what the portfolio is. Much there. Let's take a look at investors. Sometimes I go to the news releases. It's $1.03, of course. So this was July 9th, 1:31. Keto Pharma announces key progress in computational approach to identifying virus treatments, including coronavirus. All right, so this is telling you what to treat it with. Provides update on machine learning pancreatic cancer research. Wake Forest University announced it's interesting. Put out news April, May, June, now July. And they come out with news June 26th and May 28th. Let's take a look at the reaction on those. June 26th. Probably back here. Right there. You can see that little pop here. June 26th. It actually went from 80 cents to $1.09, which is a nice, it's not a bad, that's not a bad move here. You know, actually, we'll take a look at that. Almost a 37%, 40% move on the stock, you know, when we're talking at penny stock range. And now we're starting to move back up to that. Kind of like it, you know. Let's take a look, one more look at what kind of news was out there again. Where did I go with that? I have so many windows open right now. Alright, so that was July 9th. Alright, so July 9th, June 26th, May 28th, and May 19th. May 28th. What happened back here in April? April 14th. Pharma announces 14 million registered direct offering priced at the market under NASDAQ rules at the market. All right. They also, all right. So Pharma is a worldwide license to broad spectrum antiviral product includes coronavirus. So executes exclusive worldwide license to broad spectrum antiviral product. So big news out there. They use the news to also announce a direct offering, which kills the stock. So same news, and then it kills the stock. I mean, they had to do that. They had to use that to get some pop out of it. So I like it down here. You know, I think it's worth taking a shot at right now. Why not? Why not? Starting to see some volume coming into it. Could have another easy pop. At least get another 50% move on that. I'm going to circle that. It is circled. And we'll probably get in 1,000 shares on this. And again, these are not, I'm looking for more like 20 to 40, 50 cents on it. That's a 20 to 50% move on your stock. If you think about 20% on your money, on your trade, you don't want to put in everything here. These are dangerous stocks. If they could still drop, they could do, anything could happen. But it does look, it fits the criteria. We haven't gotten that spike in a while. It has a little COVID mention. And I like putting out news, and it does react to news. So again, it did react. Probably we could go back and look back here in December and see it popped up to $2 back here. It probably has some news. It probably popped over here. It definitely has some news, and it definitely has some news here. And then, of course, here we had some, and then we can see little pops here that had some news. So maybe we got another big pop coming on this. I like it. Let's move on here fast. Okay, what do we got here? This looks interesting. Indoor intelligence, product solutions, maps, detects, positions. What is all this stuff? Oh my God. IPA for security, retail. See what this is. Workspace readiness. Prepare your workspace for indoor data. Kelp, everything's going into the work at home thing, so that's good. Detect from Wi-Fi, Bluetooth sensors, all advanced position algorithms, privacy protection. It's a visionary. I want to get a good feel of what this is. Let's take a look at this.
People come into your building. Their phones and other devices are broadcasting many signals, often Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular radio waves. If you manage the building, you can pick up these signals without compromising anyone's security or identity, and use the information to take your organization to a whole new level.
Oh yeah, spying on
It's
people.
the indoor positioning revolution, and Inpiction is leading the way. Here's how it's done. Inpiction's Indoor Positioning Analytics, or IPA for short,
It's like Watchdog.
uses sensors to
Video
collect
game.
data on every wireless device in your building. Then the Inpiction Artificial Intelligence-powered analytics engine finds and delivers not just information, but actionable intelligence and new insights. With IPA intelligence, you can count the number of people, pinpoint where people are, for how long, and where they go next, and study traffic flows, hotspots, and preferred routes. Security directors can identify unauthorized devices, and they can even automatically disable the phone's recording and transmission features in high-security no-phone zones, all the while ensuring anonymous device data collection.
Wow.
These applications deliver game-changing benefits. Enhance your security to both mitigate risks and increase safety, glean new customer insights, and achieve the operational excellence that enables you to increase sales and lower expenses. While GPS may be great for the outdoors, inside your building, you need Inpiction Indoor Positioning Analytics.
Oh, nice.
It's IPA to the power of AI.
Now, there used to be a company, NXPI, that made these near-frequency chips, and I was all into this before when these things started taking off. And basically, you would have that card on you, like a grocery card or something, a card you scan to get discounts at different stores, or it'll be on your keychain and stuff, and this near-frequency chip inside that, and it would be picked up by a store, and they would know exactly what you bought the last time. It would all be recorded and stuff, and you'd have all your analytics when you go into the store. Oh, welcome back. Maybe they'll send it to your phone and say, welcome back, John. The last time you were here, you bought this, or, there's a sale on it today. Wow, wasn't that information? But no one's ever really taken it to that level, and I feel like we're so close to that, to getting to that level. Maybe I need to go down to the boardroom and kind of like say, hey, you have the technology to do that. That's probably an invasion of privacy. But talk about this looks like something that we could use for anybody. Like, God, you could track sex offenders with this and know where they are at all times, and people that have restraining orders. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is indoors, so maybe I'm getting a lot out of my thing. But talking about indoors, I mean, that's COVID stuff, you know? Is there too many people? Is someone that has COVID in that room? I mean, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting. NXPI. Did that ever get taken out by... you remember the Qualcomm was going to NXPI and then China stepped in and it just... This is a really good company too. And I haven't looked at it in a while, man. It got hit here. Back here at $68. What a steal that was. I forgot to look at that. Wow. Got hit more than that. Now it's back up here, but it still looks good. So I want to write it down because we have to revisit this NXPI. But let's not forget now what we're looking at. INPIXON, is the symbol. January, big pop in January, probably reversed split. It's flatlined here. It sure doesn't look great, but you know what? It's prime. This is perfect. This is one of my favorites. I'm so glad to have found this. They're going to be tracking you. This is Big Brother app. Looks good. 120. I want to circle this one. I'm going to get this one too. I got to look a little bit more on what if they have anything, any news, recent news, and anything else here. Let me see. I mean, it's probably a longer term thing. It's hard to time these, but here, look at this. Global indoor positioning navigation market totaled $6.92 billion in 2017. It's expected to reach $54 billion by 2026, growing at a rate of 25.8% during the forecast period. It's probably even going to be more than that. Now they have a presentation here. I was just looking at their. I wanted to see what else they have. I mean, they have products. Here's all their products. Wi-Fi. No monthly fee. Super interesting, huh? It also has GPS too. Indoor-outdoor transitions. This is friggin' great stuff right now. All right, so definitely on our list of stocks, or at least on my list to get, and well, that's good. Let's move on. I have a couple more for you. All right, here's Cardiff Oncology. Oncology cancer drug. Starting to step up. Had some good action here in May. Pull back to the 20. This is a typical good setup. It's called the 2020 flag. Get a fast rotation there back down to the 20, and the price holds the 20. It's a cheap stock at that point. Goes up and basically doubles again. And then we pull back to the 20 again. Let's take a look at it. All right, here's the website here. Featured news. Nice couple there on the ocean. Talking about their thing. Featured so June 15, their oncology continued to demonstrate efficacy and durability and safety in patients. Expands access program. So we're going to look at the continue reading here. Let's take a look. Again, always these things. You have to be a doctor really to understand the bare bones on this. Let's take a look at the product pipeline. Solid tumors, phase 1, 1B, phase 2. Estimated second quarter 2020 is the next milestone at the ASCO, which has happened. I don't know if this has been updated or not. Third quarter. Just looking at some other things here. Hold on. So May 29th, it demonstrated if I could see in patience, and that was May 29th, June 9th. But I'm not seeing any real reaction. Oh, well, actually, I am. It's actually looking pretty good. So, what am I looking at? So it did act well here. This was the ASCO, and we came back to that same level of 240, and now we're kind of holding up here pretty good. So, I mean, it's a matter of good news versus bad news. The pullback looks interesting. I want to watch it. Let's watch it. WATCH. Watch. All right. That's interesting to look into a little bit more. IBIO. A lot of talk about this one. It's starting to move. I have a feeling we're going to get this thing really moving higher next week. So keep this on a short-term list. It's not the flatliners that we're looking for, but I had some other ones that have popped up on my screen that I wanted to share with you fast. These might be a little bit more expensive. Let me see if this SITM semiconductor. Remember, I was doing a lot of scans here, so a lot of my scans came out with stocks that are pushing at the highs out of consolidation that have not, are kind of under the radar. Who knows? These might be $100 stocks. I have to look into SITM a little bit more on what type of technology semiconductor is that. It is breaking out right now. It looks great for follow through on Monday. So I just want to make sure you got that one on your list. CLCT, it looks like CLCT. Another one, Collectors Universe Business Services. I'm interested to know what that is. It's all-time highs, it looks like. And recently broke out, and then once we broke out of that level, we gapped up, we came back, retested at $30 an hour. It's at $37. So let's look into this a little bit more. It does look good here. It does look good. I mean, it held that pullback. $30 was the support line on this. It was the big breakout, and we came back, and that was your spot, $30. That is what I expected it. It's a collector's site. We are hiring. Turn your passion for collecting into a career. Collector's Corner. Find out what Collectors Universe can do for your collectibles. So, I mean, coins, registry programs. I'm sure it's nice. It's interesting. You know, it's a pure play. It's I don't know. It's looking pretty good. Chart looks great. If you're into this, I just turned you on to an interesting one. We never see them too often. A collector's company, and it's holding up pretty good. Now here's one I ran across, and again, these are all I just a manual scan. I scanned about like 500 stocks tonight, and I just said, let me make a scanner and just send me them. But before I did that, I just ran across some of these, and whoa, I said Vapotherm, medical devices, vaping, all-time highs. Look at this thing. This thing just came out of nowhere. Broke out. Again, another situation where once you break out, you typically get a pullback. This is exactly the same situation we just showed on the collectors thing. You got a 52-week all-time breakout right here. And then what happened is we came back down, tested it, held it with that candle, and then off to the races. It is extended here. It's doubled. It's doubled from June. Let's take a look at the Vapotherm. Let's take a look at it. Right away I can see, I don't know if I missed this, but it has to do with respiratory care, mask-free NIV, frontline solutions for COVID-19 patient care. Learn how Vapotherm high-velocity therapy is used in frontline pandemic. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, man. Got to see a little baby.
Vapotherm is the inventor and market leader in high-flow, thermally controlled humidification systems. for high-flow nasal cannula therapy. Vapotherm devices are cleared for delivery of breathing gases by nasal cannula at flow rates of up to 8 liters per minute in infants and 40 liters per minute in adults, providing what is known as high-velocity nasal insufflation, or high VNI. The Vapotherm Precision Flow is the only high-flow system designed to deliver high flows and high velocities. Our innovative approach to non-invasive respiratory support offers clinicians a comfortable alternative to treat both hypoxemic and hypercapnic patients normally placed on alternative pressure-based respiratory modalities. Let's take a closer look at the technology that makes this possible. To create medical-grade vapor, water is gravity-fed into the disposable patient circuit, where it is heated into the vapor transfer cartridge.
I get smarter every day being a trader.
Created, it travels through our triple lumen water insulated
I'll be talking
delivery
about this at the
tube
pool
to our
tomorrow.
small bore high velocity nasal cannula.
I'll be an expert.
The highly energized gas is now delivered to the upper airway. The small inner diameter of our nasal cannula generates a high velocity flow that flushes the extrathoracic dead space of expiratory gas between each breath, creating a fresh gas reservoir that facilitates oxygenation and alveolar ventilation. Under normal breathing conditions, approximately 30% of an inspired tidal volume represents anatomical dead space in adults and up to 50% in neonates. At the start of inhalation, this dead space is filled with expiratory gas remaining from the previous exhalation. Without intervention, if a patient in respiratory distress is rapidly breathing in an attempt to flush excess expiratory gas, it is likely that the patient will fatigue and experience respiratory failure. By creating a reservoir of CO2-depleted oxygenated gas in the dead space, we can lower the minute ventilation required to achieve adequate alveolar ventilation and reduce the demand for work from the respiratory musculature. Circuit design is critical to deliver high-velocity flows. Volumetric flow is the volume of gas that passes over a unit of time. The speed at which that volume
I'm
travels
like going back
is
to
the
math
velocity.
class.
Velocity at a constant volumetric flow varies inversely with the cross-sectional area of a tube. The smaller the cross-section, the higher the velocity, as shown in this fluid model animation. When applying this concept to circuit tubing design, you can see that a small bore system will have a much faster gas transit time when compared to a large bore system, making it less susceptible to cooling and condensation from external environmental conditions. This also applies to the cannula prongs. When the gas is delivered through a small bore nasal cannula, the velocity and energy of gas entering the nose is much greater than a large bore cannula design. The small outer diameter also allows for unrestricted expiratory gas egress without generating large amounts of airway pressure. The physiologic impact is that expiratory gas is more efficiently flushed from the anatomical reservoir in the time between breaths due to the turbulent energy ventilatory effect associated with optimal CO2 purge and extend the reach of the nasal cannula that accomplishes conditioning. When applied appropriately, you will be able to reduce the overall acuity of care without sacrifice.
So that's what that is, and I tell you, I mean, in this day and age, we necessarily start using the Vapotherm in an emergency department because we were educated on the fact that not all patients are having a COPD exacerbation necessary to need non-invasive positive pressure ventilation. Now we use the Vapotherm instead of rescue these patients much more comfortably and less invasively. So that is interesting. Proven. This is probably something that let's take a look here. I don't know if they have. I mean, the stock chart is telling you everything. It's telling you everything, you know. Got to buy on a pullback on this baby. I mean, this could be $100 stock in a couple months. Well, here I brought another one to you. Circle that bad boy. Circle that bad boy. This is the day that we need this. This has really started to take off during the COVID, too. Wow. I mean, this was a $6 stock. Now it's $49. Ah. Oh, man. So I want to get that next $6 stock. Could be the ultraviolet play. The ultraviolet play. Which one was that again? I have so many different stocks on my thing. All right. Well, it's in the video. I want to go back here. So the ones that we're looking at: MNLO, SGLB, AYTU, AIKI, INPX, VAPO, VAPO. Lots of good things there. A couple other ones. CRDF. We're going to watch that one, and a lot of good things. I hope you enjoyed this watch list. Spent a lot of time digging it down. I think we got some great ones. INPX, I really do like that. I think it's under the radar. God, I just I gotta get organized here. So many different stocks. Yeah. This is tracking people. I like tracking people, the tracking stock. All right. I want to send this off, get this out, get it ready. Probably send it out sometime this weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see everyone Monday morning. And look for us to get into a lot of these stocks on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.